Alright, so this is the F major video. Hope everyone's doing good. I usually in these videos talk about playing the scales at different parts of the neck. So I'm gonna just do F major right now, just that scale, and play it at different parts of the neck in order. So I'm not doing anything fancy with it. That helps if you do it in order, like I said I would. Where else should I do it? What's another way? That's not it. That's it. But as you start hearing it more and more, when you do make a mistake, it's going to really stand out because you're hearing it how it should sound. You're taking it to different parts of the neck. You're doing different things, to kind of get yourself acclimated to it, so that you're just hearing it differently. So let's go to the fretboard and take a look here. We'll have, of course, the notes F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E. Obviously, this is also considered the D minor scale. So when you're figuring out what key you are, it's going to depend on how where your root is, and actually with that F major, G Dorian, A Phrygian, E flat Lydian, C Mixolydian, D minor, E Locrian, which always equals F major, G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major, D minor, E diminished back to F major. So as per usual, you can always do the same thing I did with F major with any of the scales that are on here. You're just, of course, going to start with that root being maybe A, to do Phrygian, which again is my favorite. But obviously there's other ways to do that. There you go for your A Phrygian. We're getting down to the end. This is the second to the last video. Really, technically, F sharp and G flat are going to be basically one of those doubled scales that are the same. But as we get closer to the end, we've talked about a lot of the things I think that you need to know. for these scales. So again, this doesn't need to be as long as some of the other videos, just because it just gets repetitive and we're getting close to the end. So obviously just look at the fretboard, come up with some things that you want to do. You know, I haven't really been doing anything. You know, I might consider at the end of this also going back and just writing something simple in every you know, scale. You know, just to kind of like go over it, like, you know, even if it's just changing modes in the scales, you know, maybe just playing a couple chords and then doing some runs. So like, even if I do something stupid in every one, like going from the first to the fourth to the fifth, and then just running maybe major Lydian and Mixolydian over that, you know, and maybe even just changing it up, maybe even going to the sixth, running some minor stuff. I'm not sure yet, you know, it's just going to be depending on how my writing's going musically. You know, if I do have some stuff I'm working on, things I need to finish. So you know, actual songs that are kind of getting there, and you know, I just got to get them sounding right. So maybe I'll concentrate on that just to get everything going. But for now, you know, let's just end it here. Let's keep this simple. You have, you know, kind of some of the sounds of F minor, or F major, I mean, and D minor to go with. Again, you can just pause these videos, even going back and looking at all the, you know, the different scales, you know, see how they relate now that we're only 2 away from the end. And then I don't know if I'll talk about modulation, because this really was never meant to be a, you know, a theory channel. There's so many other places you can go to get theory videos, but I'm kind of doing this for me, just to kind of like, you know, get myself locked in to these scales. I've said it before, but just to reiterate, it's just good practice to, you know, get yourself familiar with the scales, the fretboard again, just to kind of give myself some musical ideas that I may not have thought of. Obviously, there's so much more than just these 7 modes to go with, especially with the different minor scales that there are. But let me wrap it up here, because just in talking about things, it's gone a little bit long. All right, later on, see you in the next one.